The dumbest thing I've ever heard said with total confidence came from a coworker who was in charge of counting the register at the end of every night. I was working the closing shift at a little pharmacy, the kind with a register up front and a pharmacy counter in the back. My coworker, I'll call her Bree, had been there longer than me and treated that as expert status on basically everything. Nice enough person, but she said wrong things the way other people breathe. One slow night we were restocking the seasonal aisle and she's holding a bag of miniature chocolates reading the back. She goes, "Ugh, these are the worst kind." I ask why. She holds up the label and points to the ingredients and says totally serious, "See? It says may contain traces of milk. That means they put actual traces in it, like the metal. That's why cheap chocolate tastes weird." I laughed, because obviously she was messing with me. She wasn't. Her face didn't move. So I said, "Traces just means a tiny amount might have gotten in from the factory, like a leftover bit, not the metal." She squints at me like I'm the one struggling and says, "Then why don't they just say a tiny amount? They said traces." I decided to give her the benefit of the doubt because nobody's actually like this, right? Maybe she misread. So I said gently, "It's like a trace of something, a hint, barely there." And she nods slowly and goes, "Right, so trace elements, metals, that's what my science class called them." And she said it with such calm authority that for one horrible second, I actually questioned myself. I let it go. Big mistake, letting it go. Because Bree took my silence as a win. A week later, a customer comes up asking if the store brand allergy pills are the same as the name brand. Before I can say anything, Bree jumps in, confident as a surgeon, and tells him, "No, the store ones are weaker. The name brand ones have more active ingredient. It's just marked down smaller so people don't get scared." The guy nods, grateful. I wait until he wanders off and I pull the two boxes and show her. Same active ingredient, same dosage, 10 milligrams both. Literally identical numbers printed right there. She looks at the boxes for a long moment, then she points to the store brand and says, "Yeah, but see, 10 milligrams of the cheap stuff isn't the same as 10 milligrams of the real stuff. The milligrams are lower quality." I said, "Bree, a milligram is a milligram. It's a unit. It's a measurement. Like an inch. You can't have a low quality inch." And she smiles at me, patient, like she's explaining something to a child, and says, "That's what they want you to think." Here's the part that genuinely kept me up. Bree was one of the people trusted to help customers find over-the-counter medicine. When someone came in confused about dosages, half the time she was the one they asked. And she'd answer every single time with the confidence of a woman who has never once been wrong in her life. Because as far as she was concerned, she never had been. The chocolate thing I could laugh off. The medicine thing started to actually worry me. So I mentioned it to our shift lead. Not to get her in trouble, just, "Hey, maybe she shouldn't be freelancing medical advice." Shift lead sighs and goes, "Oh, we know about Bree. Apparently the week before, she told a customer that expired vitamins turn into a different vitamin, so you should just keep taking them. A different vitamin. Like they transform." The genuinely satisfying ending, though. Management started keeping her on stock and register only, away from the medicine questions, and put up a little laminated sign by the OTC aisle that said, "Questions about medication? Please ask the pharmacist." Which, good. That sign existed because of Bree. There is a laminated sign in a pharmacy right now that is a monument to one woman's unshakable confidence about milligrams. And the best part, on her last shift before she transferred stores, she pointed at that exact sign, tapped it, and told a new hire, "Yeah, I helped them decide to put that up." People kept asking me stuff, and I was like, "You guys need a sign." Beaming, genuinely proud, taking full credit for the sign that existed specifically to stop people from listening to her. I've worked with a lot of people since. Nobody has ever come close. Bree wasn't dumb exactly. She was just so completely certain all the time about everything that being right never even entered into it. And honestly, part of me misses her.